Tensions between Black and white women in America isn't new. It's a complicated and layered history that's rooted in racism and betrayal. My name is Chanda, and welcome to In the Deep End.
I think that I speak for a lot of people who look like me, unless you are virtue signaling or have blue hair. And if you do, then keep scrolling. But for the rest of us, we're exhausted. We're exhausted with the rules of the things that we can and can't do. And we're tired of hearing white women, like, dear white women, who's perpetuating what? We're just exhausted with it. You can't have our hairstyle, cultural appropriation. Braids don't belong to you. Sorry. And don't smile at us. When you're walking past us, don't smile at us. I will smile at whoever I want. That's just me. I smile at people. It's a cultural thing from when I was little. We were taught to smile at people, and that's okay. I mean, it's borderline. No, not even borderline. It's bullying. Just leave us alone. You don't have to tell us what you think about us. We don't care. Just leave us alone. I mean, it's starting to look like you are just obsessed with us. That's not a pretty look.
Come on, lady. Just commit. If you're going to talk about it, talk about it. She didn't want to point fingers, I guess, but obviously she's talking about Black women because she backdoored it with the braid comment. Guys, I'm going to take my time a little bit with this topic because it seems the dynamic between Black and white women is becoming more and more polarized. So just stick with me here for a minute. In relation to the video, my first thought was the irony of it all. You're exhausted, we're exhausted. That statement is dripping with contradiction and honestly sounds like power flip discomfort to me. Why is it hard to process when Black women define the terms of engagement? We're so tired, and I'll use your word, exhausted, of these Karens in the wild, acting like they are the self-appointed supervisors of Black people, policing where we go, where we walk, what neighborhood we're in, how we act, where to fish, where we park, how we park, or just how we exist. It's really just a modern day extension of the old mentality that believe that they have authority over Black lives simply by virtue of their whiteness. And speaking of Karens, please get your sisters under control and insist that they mind their own business. They are wild, unruly, and giving you all a bad rep. And this behavior only intensifies the animosity and deepens the divide. You say, well, this is the United States of America. Where's the unity? In the video, she mentions how Black women call them wearing braids cultural appropriation and how we don't own braids. Just so we're all on the same page. The definition of cultural appropriation is when members of a dominant or more privileged group take or adopt elements from a culture that has been historically marginalized or oppressed, often without understanding or respecting the culture, or even crediting its original meaning or context. It usually involves using cultural symbols, clothing, hairstyles, language, or tradition in a way that strips them of their significance, even turning them into trends or profiting from them. While we continue to face discrimination for practicing those very same things that you are culturally appropriating and being admonished for it. Let me give you an example. I'm going to go way back. Do you guys remember Bo Derek, this lady right here? She was an actress in the 70s that wore Fulani braids for her role in the movie 10. I believe it was the late 70s. And the media headlines went wild. They read, Bo Derek revolutionizes hair. It's a cross-cultural craze and a beauty store bonanza. But when black women simply wore braids to work, they were reprimanded and sometimes fired for not following the company's appearance standards. Or we can even talk about more recently, when Kim Kardashian posted pictures on Instagram in braids. The media outlets called it bold and trend-setting and even iconic, when we have been wearing that very style for centuries. However, when we wear it, it's not called bold, trend-setting, or iconic. In 2017, Destiny Tompkins, black young lady that worked at Banana Republic, was told that her braids were too urban and unkept, and in order for her to maintain her position, she would have to remove them. Also, in 2016, another black young woman worked for Zara. This was actually in Toronto, and was told her braids didn't fit their idea of a professional look, and was given an ultimatum to take them out or lose shifts. It's about history, power, and the ongoing fight for our right to wear our naturally grown hair or our cultural right of braids. And when I say cultural right, I want you to understand that braids indeed originated on the continent of Africa. There are historical records that date all the way back to 3500 BCE of braids. That's why this topic is so emotionally charged, and why cultural appropriation isn't just a harmful exchange. It's a constant reminder of the systemic hypocrisy that we see every day, and the abduction of our very few cultural staples that we still have from when we stepped foot on this land as chattel slaves. In the video, she also makes a comment about someone saying in one of these Dear White People videos to stop smiling at us. And she goes on to say, on this spiel about smiling being a cultural thing for her, and how she was taught to smile at people, and it's an act of kindness, or whatever it was she said. Blah, blah, blah. I can speak for me and for a few others because we've spoken about this. And the reason some black women feel the way they do is because of our history with you. Randomly smiling seems extremely fake and patronizing because you've shown us how you feel. You show us every day you are not a part of the Women Alliance. I'm not saying that you're not a part, but I'm saying your actions show that you're not a part. So that smile feels disingenuous. You can understand that, right? I also thought it was laughable when she said it feels like these Dear Women videos, these Dear White Women videos, are bullying and obsession. Oh boy, that's really a defensive response to being called out on Karen behavior and white fragility responses. I believe those videos are simply calling out oppressive actions, just in case you're not aware, raising awareness and inviting self-reflection if you so choose. Not exactly sure why you take it as such a defensive act. The dynamic between black and white women is not new. Our relationship has been long divided and strained since the beginning of our relationship. It is deep rooted and complex because historically, most white women as a group have aligned themselves with white supremacy or patriarchy because they are afraid of losing their privilege that they claim they don't have. Instead of standing in true sisterhood, you choose proximity to power over solidarity. And that choice deepens the social divide among the women group. It seems a lot of white women like to be recognized as a part of the alliance when it feels good or when it looks good, especially if there's some sort of civil unrest. They're on social media talking about how down they are for the cause and how much you're a part of the alliance. And don't get me wrong, it's a great thing and all are welcome. But when your solidarity really matters, you fail the assignment. All of the above mentioned stokes the flames of animosity. In my experience, most white women, not all, but a lot, will only stand in solidarity with other women if there's nothing for them to lose. A perfect example is the presidential election. It tells us everything we need to know. I'm sure most of you guys are aware that 53% of white women voted for Trump, and in turn, voted to suppress women's rights, including their own. They participated in taking away a woman's right to make decisions about her own body, even if she's violated. Can you guys imagine that? While 53% is not exactly overwhelming, but more than half of your voting population voted for this. It's a shameful betrayal to all women. And it shows how deeply self-preservation can run when it comes to maintaining societal power. Whether we like it or not, or whether we claim to care or not care about what each other thinks, our worlds intersect, which creates one of two things: possibilities for connection or perpetual conflict. What do you guys think? Is it possible to allow each other to just exist in peace? Or dare I say, even get along? Thank you guys for watching, and please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.